Good morning to Myra and Michelle too. Good morning to Myra and Michelle too.
Good morning, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
Good morning.
Hey, ladies. Good to see y'all.
All right, let me
Good
mute.
morning, Tracy. Good morning to you. Good morning, Tracy. We all love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Yay! Yay, Tracy.
Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Myra. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Denise.
Kiss it. That
Good
is
morning,
not your bed.
LizzAnn. Good morning, Lizz.
Woo!
Good
Woo, woo.
morning, Darlene, Denise, and Liz. Good morning, Darlene, Denise, and Liz.
Woo-hoo. Thank you, Tracy.
There's a story
I'm
about some lovely
telling you.
ladies.
I'm here.
Yay, Denise is here.
We are
Okay.
here. Hey, Monique.
Good morning, Monique. Good morning to you. Good morning, Monique. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Monique.
I'm
Baby,
trying to get
quick,
under the covers. Dog's trying to get under the covers. Hey,
Yeah,
Chica.
go get your
yeah.
toy. Go get your toy.
Hey, Chica.
I completely understand. This what the first thing she wants to do is get up under the covers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
They got their own covers.
She's got peanut breath this morning. Peanut butter breath, I mean.
Uh-huh.
I had to have peanut butter
We
on
need
toast this
peanut
morning
butter.
before I came back with y'all. I was
Mhm.
starving.
I like that. Peanut butter and
I do
toast.
too. When you put it on the toast and it gets just a little bit melty.
Mhm.
And then you can take a little bit of honey. Just a little bit.
But I didn't have any, so. But I have the crunchy peanut butter, so it didn't stick to the top of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the crunchy.
Or
I don't
hers.
too much like the crunchy. I like the
Well,
creamy.
that's okay. Creamy's good, just crunchy's better, in my humble opinion. Nothing wrong with creamy either. I'll take that.
Right? Good morning to Ruth. Good morning to you. Good morning to Ruth. Good morning to you.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Ruth.
Ruth. And Chris O.
Good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you. Good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you.
And Chris, I am so sorry. Friday, I forget what had happened Friday, and I wasn't able to bring you up. I forget. I think I got to a certain point, and I just had to go real fast. Um, but I'm sorry. And this Friday, I will send you out the link.
Sounds good.
Such a sweet guy, Chris. You're a good young man.
He is.
Yes. Very
And
kind
then
young
I told Tracy you had to talk me through trying to keep my medicine down this morning.
man. Woo.
It was rough.
I've been,
Oh, my goodness.
those are some rough ones when you know you just took your medicine and it's like, oh no, 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 no.
Not now, not now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you got to stay in there.
Yeah, it's because okay, how much dissolved? How much went down?
Yeah. Do I take it again? Do I?
No,
Mhm.
I don't
All
take
that.
it
Yeah.
again. I just puff
So,
it.
yeah. Well, yeah. Just got to take deep breaths and just kind of calm down.
And the water bottle behind the neck, you guys, works wonders.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Something
I
cold.
learned that riding down the road with Keithan one time. I got car sick.
Oh,
And then I didn't know that he was taking the country roads faster, the hills and the
uh-huh.
turns. Yeah, he was doing that. And I said, I cannot believe you did me that way. So I got a bottle of water, and when I put it behind my neck, it helped.
Oh, well, good to know.
But no, I don't do windy country roads.
Mhm.
I don't even think I could ride any of the rides at Six Flags. even if I hadn't had my neck problem. So I can't do those kind of rides anymore.
Yeah, I'm particular about the rides I go on. I don't go on many anymore. So
I used to do all the rides, but
Me too.
I did quite a few. There's some of them
Not
I wouldn't
so
go
much
on, but I
anymore.
did most of them. If it means if my grandchild or if either of my grandkids wanted to ride and they didn't want to ride by themselves, I would go with them. If it had to be me, I would definitely do it.
I would do for something like that. I would do it. But I found at Cedar Point, the last time I went to Cedar Point, they had a new ride, and the G-forces on that ride made me start to lose, like fall out, like pass out. I started to lose my vision on part of the ride
Oh my
from
goodness.
the G-forces. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a little too old for this stuff.
Yeah, there's some things that just don't agree. Well,
I
this
could
little
not be an
girl,
astronaut at my age. That's all.
yeah, well, there you go. This little girl's going to the vet today.
Aww.
I didn't get to take her last Thursday, but so we made the appointment again, and I had to call him and say, "Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa."
What?
My fault, my own fault, my most grievous fault.
That's right.
Because I totally missed her appointment last week.
Mm-hmm.
Darling B. So
Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So they were kind enough to forgive me.
That was nice.
I need to find my forgiven shirt to wear there today. Well, no, we're not going inside. I forgot. They still come out to the car. Oh, goodness.
I know Bailey needs a bath finally.
And so does this one. So does this one. But I'm so busy with videos and YouTube and playing solitaire that I just don't have time. I mean, I've got things to do.
I know. I'm just so busy.
That's right. I'm just so busy. Oh, boy.
Look, poor Kit. She's right there under the light, and I'm looking at her. And I'm like, what? So right behind her ears, I reached over and it's wet. It's where Bailey has been licking and nibbling and eating.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least they get along.
Aww.
How sweet. Hi, Alvin.
Hi, Alvin.
Hey, Alvin. I can't believe I missed her. I was looking everywhere. Oh, did he come in and give her a kiss?
Yeah. He's such a sweetie. Yeah, that's good. Even the chat called it.
Myra says she's uploading her 3rd video for today.
You go, girl.
Oh, good. Good deal.
I wish they would put those things back. Those where you go to somebody's channel easy.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
Because it just irritates me.
Yeah, how do you complain? How do you make a suggestion to them? I mean, there's no way to. There's no way. I mean, they're boxed in really good.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not like I see what they were trying to do with a grow stream, but it also is nice if you want to pop that up so you can go back and watch it later.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you know what? Okay, I'm still subscribed. I want to make sure. You know what? They make money off grow streams.
Oh yeah,
sure they do.
They make money because they make money off any super chats those people get. So I don't know. It's just so crazy because if you don't have a unique name, there'll be so many pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna read you my little calendar thingy.
Cool.
Cure for fear. The first step for curing fear is to confess and repent. Fear doesn't know what to do with godly humility. I
There
never
you
thought
go.
about it that way.
Me either.
I'm like,
Cool deal.
So yes, if we're praying and we're praying because of our fear, and if we start confessing and repenting and all that,
Yep.
then you know. Oh, well, Nick said, "Yep." You guys, I had a very good visit yesterday with Ian. When I got up here before I went and laid down, Ian is the one that does. He's one of my artsy fartsy friends,
Mm-hmm.
and
Is that Ian Jackson?
mhm,
Cool. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
he showed me picture that he's sketching, and so I'm always blown away by just the rough sketches. For
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason, I like rough sketches.
Yeah.
But we talked about that, and then we got to talking about religion, but not so much. Why is that an ugly word now? Why has society made the word?
Well, yeah.
Because people tend to look at only to concentrate on the differences instead of having an open mind and looking at the similarity.
Yeah,
Right. Particularly in
but
denominations, Christian denominations.
Right.
yeah, but I enjoyed it, and he is so knowledgeable. And so we were able to sit there and talk about things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Traci he is contaminated. That's a yes, Monique.
Mhm.
It has become that. But he gave me a lot of insights, and it's sort of like any of you guys out there, your scriptures, and everybody doesn't have to scream it from the town center,
Right.
and sometimes it's the quiet people that have that knowledge. And I don't think he goes to church, but he has that knowledge, and he has that love in his heart, for
Mm-hmm.
Christ. That's all that matters.
Yes.
That is all that matters. But
Well, right now he's quarantined, so like
yeah,
Tracy is, and
he gave me
Yeah.
hope. He gave me hope about my daughter because he works in a treatment center.
oh, cool.
And of all things, so I was able to share offline
Yeah.
a lot of things. And
Yeah.
and that's the people that God brings into your life
Yes.
is
Mhm.
so amazing. You know,
Yes, it is.
we each bring to the table something we're surprised about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, Monique. It's personal relationship with God. That's what I
Yeah.
don't understand, that there are so many times that I feel like in the different Christian denominations that they get so hung up on the differences and we're right and you're not, when if they looked at the similarities, there's so much more in common than there is
Oh, yeah.
difference.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
when it says that you're together, and
Mhm.
lift each other up.
Edification. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I know, like you go to mass, Tracy and LizzAnn. I know you go to church. I feel like I am sharing, but I do love going to that one church.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The and it's not just the praise music, but I love the praise music.
I love praise music too.
Yes, I love that. That's one of my favorite memories when I was growing up as a kid. We'd go to singings.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And if you don't nobody know what that is, Saturday nights, some church would have a singing group come in.
Oh,
And So
We didn't have
it
that
would
here.
be in this little country church or that one, but we would
Mhm.
go, and the old ladies always made pound cakes. They always had plenty of coffee. So,
Mhm.
then we'd go back in and they'd start the singing again. But they'd be
Yeah.
soul saved at those singing.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's
Well,
my
God's Holy
childhood.
Spirit works in these situations.
That,
Mhm.
that was my childhood. My grandmother didn't drive, didn't even have a driver's license, but there would be always some kind person that would come by, pick us up for church, take us to
Oh,
Saturday night singing.
cool.
So it's not it's not a bad thing, but I do love coming together,
Uh-huh.
but I can't drive all the time
Yeah.
and if nobody else wants to go. Casey, I keep praying. I think if he walks back in and he sees the way that church is,
Mhm.
small group, very loving, I think he'd like it. But
Mhm.
Casey said he is, Myra. He said he is.
He is what?
Myra asked, "Is there going
Oh,
to
he's going
be?"
to be Porch Church. Good.
I keep telling him turn his camera on. I said, "Son,
All he's got to do is read. He doesn't have to
Mhm.
expound or anything like that. If he doesn't feel comfortable doing that, or if he's not sure where God wants him to go with it, all he has to do is just read.
Mhm.
And I think when he does that, I just hear in his voice such a calming, content place that he's in when he's doing that.
Yes.
And right now,
And the word feeds you.
yes.
When you're speaking, it
Absolutely.
feeds you.
And right now, the world is not content right now and calm. Not really.
Right.
Not at all.
It's chaotic. It's around the world. We don't know. Um, and
Yeah.
I say worry, and I shouldn't even be doing that because as
Concerned.
Denise Kane
We're
said,
concerned.
yes, worry,
We have concerns.
warriors, not warriors.
Right.
I still feel in my heart there's going to be that second stream of it come through.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't me. I have not been really careful. I've kind of felt like I want normal,
Yeah.
but look, I have 15 years of that medication in my system.
Yeah. You should
Mhm.
be well protected.
Well, it's just the simple things like um, like when you go out. Oh,
Have
Oh,
a
love you,
have a
Ruth.
blessed
love
God
to you
bless.
too, Ruth.
God
have a
bless.
blessed little video. Have a real good one. But go ahead,
That
Tracy.
when I went to the pharmacy on Sunday, I would say 2/3 of the people that I saw there had masks on, and 1/3 still did not, even though there was a big sign on the door that said face covering required. People still choose to not. And then I think, why am I following all the rules when there's people who just totally blow it off? But then I think, well, that's the problem. It's the people that are blowing it off
Mm-hmm.
that I really feel like it, for the most part, not all the way, but for the most part, most of the medical experts are trying to advise the powers that be of the proper way to start opening things up, because we can't be shut down forever. Our economy
Yeah.
will not tolerate it.
No.
And if if they do things the right way and people followed what they're saying, I think we would be okay. But it's the people that still refuse to follow the guidelines that are going to cause the trouble.
And I had to say, when I took my mask out of the out of the wash. I mean, in here and put them in the washroom. I have extra because Darlene sent plenty.
Mhm.
I am the person that has walked around in Walmart with nothing on, no mask.
Mhm.
I did not
Nothing
go
on.
flashing through Walmart. Woo! Look, I'd clear out the whole store, and then I wouldn't worry about anything. But we're touching stuff. We don't know how many people touch the same thing we just touched.
Yeah. And we've done that before, all through our life. We've done that.
Mhm.
And those touching things, it does help our immune system.
Yeah.
Not everything that we touch is a bad thing. And,
Right.
some of those things do help. But I understand because at this point where it's like if anybody sneezes around your coughs, it's like, ooh, we're
Mhm.
very cautious now, and that's not a bad thing. It's just I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not bad to be cautious, but there's a point that for the sake of not putting ourselves into the worst depression
Right.
economically, we have to allow some people to go back to work, and we have to allow some of these businesses to
Mhm.
Yeah.
get back open safely. And there is safe ways to do things.
Yes.
I hope they keep I hope they keep the things up like at Walmart and at
The acrylic panel. Yeah,
Yes.
me too. I think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Denise, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear Denise?
No,
Okay.
Mm-mm.
can't hear her. Can you hear us?
Now
No, we
Denise
can't hear
has
you.
the concentration face.
We can't hear you. I'm sorry. Nothing. Woo. Nothing. Woo.
Oh,
Can't hear you.
but I've always thought when I'd open a bag of chips and eat them in the car, going down the road or
Mhm.
open that candy bar.
Yeah,
I
I
got
never thought about it.
Yeah, but I have thought about it before. I thought, I don't know whose hands touched this last. Oh well, I ain't gonna worry about it. So I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, like I said, some, our body is designed to deal with these germs. With
Right.
in general, we weren't born with gloves on. We were, but
Right.
at the same time, we do have to be cautious. And I'm not,
Right.
I'm not saying don't do what they're telling you. I'm just saying that.
yeah, we have got to
Good morning, go Sweena. Good morning to you. Good morning, go Sweena. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Justin.
like Myra said, her daughter has to look at the ingredients to make sure that she's getting something gluten free. Yeah, but the thing is, just like Liz was trying to say, you have to, we grew up running around barefoot, drinking out of a water hose, nobody that helped to build what we have for an immunity system.
Right.
And there was a
Yeah,
period
when
of
Mom-
time when this was first completely blowing up that the best thing to do was to shut things down, but we can't stay shut down forever.
No, and we need to get out in the sun too. We need vitamin D.
Exactly.
And
Good morning to Tim. Good morning to you. Good morning to Tim. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Tim. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, see, like Darlene said.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah, Darlene said keep stocking up now while you can because the food shortage has not really hit yet. Exactly.
Very true.
Yeah.
And I've tried it, but you have to also be reasonable about it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm not taking
not
everything.
hoard and not, like they were hoarding the toilet paper and look what happened there. But if people just purchased what would sustain their household for 1 to 2 weeks at a time, then it would be, then that leaves some for other people instead of hoarding it
Right.
all. And
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Myra, when Francis was first diagnosed with diabetes, girl, I was one that looked at every label and looked at all the things. Do I buy this or do I buy that? And it made me my shopping longer.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a tedious thing.
yeah, and it turned me into the
The
food
police.
police. Yeah, and
Or police. Yeah.
I mean, to the point that I did go to my right down the road from work one day. I went in because you could walk in then and they'd see you. And I mean, I was a wreck, and I was crying and snotting, and Mama wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, and so my nurse practitioner said, "Well, then she's grown. Don't worry about it."
exactly.
But I'd get a phone call sometimes while I was in the store, while I'd be in the store. Well, get me this or get me that. I said, well, you're not supposed to have that. And it would become I'd be in the middle of the aisle and I'd be going.
Yeah,
And
I understand.
so she told me, she said, stressing yourself over what somebody else is doing is not good for you.
Right.
She said, let it go. And I did.
Yeah.
And MawMaw doesn't have to take the medicine. I said, no, I'm not going to stop making this or getting this, because if you're leveled out on your, being diabetic, if you're leveled out, we're not going to stress over all that again. Now I told her I had to go see Diane because I was so stressed about that. She said, what? Yes. I said, I went to the doctor and said, you're crazy. You drive me crazy.
Because you didn't want to be responsible for her having a problem.
Because I discovered that
you're almost a caretaker in many ways,
Yeah. So when it come back around and somebody come out and was telling her about, well, you need to eat this, or so she asked me, well, I need to get you to figure out what I can eat. Well, I said, oh, no, I ain't. She looked at me so fast. I said, no, I'm not. I'm gonna just buy what I've been buying. We're gonna cook. I'm gonna cook like we've been cooking. You eat what I cook. And I said, because I'm not stressing about it. Well, if you love me, you do. I love you, but you can't drive me crazy. And I mean, you guys, that's just, we keep it real like that here.
Yeah, I understand. My mom was diabetic, and there were times whenever she was eating something that she knew she shouldn't, and I knew she shouldn't. I'd have to tell her, Mom, she'd ask me to go get her more of whatever. No, I don't think so. I think you've had enough. But there were some things sometimes I just had to say, you know what? It's her decision.
Now, when Alvin was diagnosed diabetic, oh my gosh, you could not tell this man what to eat, how to eat, nothing. And I'm like, you know what?
Men are harder.
At first, it aggravated me. I mean, I was just so frustrated, and I'm like, I'm about to go crazy here. And I'm like, no, I said, I can't do this. He is a grown man. He knows what he can do, what he can't do. He has more health issues than that. And if he's not wanting to take care of himself, I'm not taking care of him for him. He's got to want to do it and do it himself.
As women, we are caretakers.
Yes, we are.
Whether it's me taking care of MawMaw or me taking care of Casey, which he takes care of us too, but we all of us in our home, right? We all
you look out for each other.
Yes, we do. And we have Dawn Lane on Facebook.
Who?
Dawn, D-A-W-N. My nose.
Good morning to Dawn. Good morning to you. Good morning to Dawn. Good morning to you. Yeah, and Darlene's right. You can't, like she said, pick up a bag of rice here and maybe beans the next time she goes to the store, but only stock up on the foods you eat. And the same thing, then when you get, but then with the adult who lives in your home, have to know what they can and can't eat, and they need to choose out of what you're fixing. Good morning to Mary and Wanda too. Good morning to Mary and Wanda too.
And look, since we got that foodie, I'm like, I'm trying to think of what to cook in that. I don't want to cut on the oven. I don't want to have to stand up at the stove and just or pull my chair up and be stirring. So Casey said, Mom, we can get rid of the oven. I mean, we could get rid of the stove and the table over here with these two things on it. He said, because I can Google some recipes. So, good morning, Mary.
Who?
Mary.
I got Mary.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What was I thinking?
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, Casey's been purging, and
That's not a bad thing.
All right, I'm going to confess. Let me see if my fingers after all these days. Oh my gosh, I will not lie. I ate almost a whole bag of Cheetos. The family size. I did a MawMaw one day.
Well, yeah, you see, that's the thing. Like an entire bag of Cheetos is not good for her. But if you don't have Cheetos in the house, she's telling everybody who will listen on the internet that my kingdom for a bag of Cheetos.
And she gets sent Cheetos.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know,
I mean, I get, because you have, like, we all have our guilty pleasures that we don't need, and we probably shouldn't necessarily eat, but like my peanut butter M&Ms, but I just love them. But you got to learn to be,
look,
you have to learn to do things in moderation.
well,
Yeah.
I was not moderated that day. I was I didn't feel good. I was laying in there. I wanted something to eat. I was trying to think what I'd put on my stomach. So I was sitting there and I'm like, are you serious? I opened this bag and it's almost gone. Oh my gosh.
Kind of like the millionaires, huh?
Let me tell you something.
Valentine's.
Alvin says, I don't know why my sugar's so high. I really didn't eat that much today. I said, may have been that party-sized bag of chips you almost ate the whole bag of. You think? Maybe?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that'll
Ooh, I
do
forgot
it.
about that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you
And
always conveniently forget about that.
what you eat the night before carries over sometimes too.
Okay, lay down. Lay down right there. I'll move my stuff. I don't want
Yeah, you can't, you have to be
cat butt on my prayer.
Everything in moderation.
On my prayer thing. I don't want cat butt.
And when you have, like, when your granddaughter was young, it was important. She's young, and so it was important for the whole family to make a concerted effort to have things around that were better fitted for her diet.
Yes.
But you're teaching her now to have responsibility when she gets older about what she chooses to eat.
Yeah.
You know, you can't.
Of course, sometimes if you've had to deal with it for a long time, you just reach this point where the heck with it. I'm just going to fly. You know?
Right. And I think
from being contained.
Everybody's going to do that. Good morning, Pearl Nini. Good morning to you. Good morning, Pearl Nini. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How you doing?
How's this Wednesday morning? Because how are you on this beautiful morning God has made? Because it's beautiful here.
The sky is beautiful here. It's still pretty chilly, but it is beautiful looking.
But we're
on the roof across the street still.
Hey, this is better than last week, you guys. We're all up here.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely. And I realized this morning when I sat down over here at the computer that what a difference it makes to come on here every morning, because guess what? I know what day it is.
Me too.
Because I name them. Like,
Over the weekend, I
Right.
kind of get lost as to what day it is.
Right. And there's a girl that I watch on here on YouTube that she's been saying, "Hi, happy Blur's Day." 'Cause she doesn't know what day it is.
Happy Blur's Day. That's good. I like that.
Well, and I don't know when I started naming each, day.
Mhm.
Way
Way back near the beginning.
So,
Yep.
and Casey has this hard drive that all of my stuff's on. He's just got to, I forget what he needs to transfer it to this computer. So
Mhm.
I'm having to go back and hunt for meaningful thumbnails.
Yeah.
I don't do the edits, and I don't know how to put the flash and all that. And then I thought about learning. Now I'm like, no, that's not me. I just kind of, I love to see somebody.
You would be nuts.
I love to see somebody's video when they got this going or that going, or if I could been in the car and slow down when Sonic was close, slow mo. But then I thought, no, I kind of keep it simple. I'm just, I'm
Nothing
just,
wrong with that.
and
Nothing wrong with that at all.
But I did.
Can y'all
I
hear that hammering on here?
Do what?
Can y'all hear that hammering? Oh, that's good.
Is it?
This is
Not too much.
It's driving me
Just
crazy.
a little.
Are you hearing things?
No, I'm not. They're working on the garage now. They did the house. They finished the house yesterday. Now they're doing the garage. And hopefully that'll be done today. It's not very
She's
big.
hearing voices and
it's
noises.
Straight lines.
That's the one nice thing about living in a mobile home community. There was a mobile home on a street over, and we're kind of up on at the top of a hill, so we can see a lot of the area around us. That a street over that was a single wide, and they showed up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. By 11:30, they were done re-roofing that house.
Wow.
It was at the beginning of this quarantine thing, right before they shut all the
Right.
construction and stuff down. They had a team of like 6 guys. They were in, out, boom.
Was it pretty much a straight shot type roof?
Yeah, a straight single wide mobile home. So they had like about 6 guys on there, and they were just boom, 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 boom. It was done.
Cool.
They had a couple guys tearing off, and then a couple guys laying down the felt, and then a couple guys doing the shingles. And so it was just like a, and they were done.
Wow. Ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We're out of here.
Well, that's like when they put because I'm in a double wide, so when they put the metal roof on, it was good. They came out. I mean, they worked from the time they got here. They had lunch, went right back at it, and 2 days it took them to do it because I've got a high roof. I got a cathedral ceiling roof, so mine's kind of got all kind of good little doo-doos. But they got that thing on, and it'll last me the rest of my life.
That's good. Yeah, you're right, Darlene. It probably is in my head, but I really do think it's across the street too.
It probably is.
Look, our Jeep makes this weird noise. We took it to our mechanic, and I forget what he said it was, but he said it was not going to hurt anything. They would have to take the whole dash, but it makes this da 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 like a jackhammer sound. And it'll be out of the blue. Sometimes you can open your door, shut it, and it stops. I don't know what it is. But sometimes if I'm in the car and it's quiet and I'm waiting on Casey or something, it seems extremely loud.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of the dentist. I used to love taking gas at the dentist. I was the only person come in with whoo, okay. Because I had daycare, I could relax. I could just lay in that thing and I relaxed at the dentist.
Yeah.
And I made
The
sure
thing
that
I like about the
gas.
gas though is they give you that, you can get all that stuff done and then they give you oxygen to clean that back out of your system and you're like, it's like you're only loopy for just that procedure time. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going to
never
the
worked for
dentist
me.
unless I
No,
got it.
it's not a tire, Lynn. It's just something in the mechanical stuff of the Jeep.
Hmm.
So
Crazy.
when we got dosed, I call it when we at
That's why I
work
wear
when I was still at the conferencing center, they were cleaning something and they combined two different cleaning stuff.
Oh no.
A bunch of people ended up in the ER as well as I did.
Yeah.
And they had to give me a shot and they tried to say, and it was on the news, they tried to say, oh, only one person was affected. Only one person sued.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was in there. I just walked on in. Nobody was around. And I just went to my station, pulled it up like I do every day and started my day. And I'm like, where is everybody? So I walked back in another part and they saw all downstairs and they had these fans blowing, huge fans. Huge. And I said, well, what's going on? Well, they did some cleaning last night. So I'm sitting there. Well, I go to make coffee. I walked away. I go to make some coffee. I'm holding the pot. And I'm looking at the thing. And I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? What?
It was affecting you. You just didn't realize it.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And so when I realized I wasn't right, I walked outside and I got sick. And I saw my supervisor. They was making everybody come outside as they come in for the early morning, I said, I gotta go home. I'm not feeling right. I don't even remember getting in my car and making it home.
Yeah.
They didn't even have somebody to make sure where is she going.
Yeah.
So I got home and I told Kevin about it. And I sat out in my swing trying to clear my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I messaged Tiffany. I said, what's going on at work? And she told me, and I went on to the ER and they tested my blood and I had whatever that was in my blood system. You go ahead and say it.
Good morning to Hattie. Good morning to you. Good morning to Hattie. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Hattie.
Go quick, put something in my bangs to keep them on my face.
Our pool was up and going at the time. And I didn't realize how much that chemical stuff.
The chlorine. Yeah. Yeah.
But when I went in to get the chlorine, it was like, oh my gosh, the stuff at the pool guy's little old building. I'm like, oh my gosh, it like
knock you out.
was overpowering. So right after that, when I had to go to the dentist and I got gas, you guys, it scared me so bad because I heard like a jackhammer in my head. And it felt like it was up here and it hurt. And I was scared.
Yeah.
I was so scared that I scratched I was pinching myself.
Oh.
Because I couldn't relax and it scared me. It was like as loud as you can think, like a jackhammer in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when that sound,
you couldn't feel it, but you could hear it.
Yeah. So when that's the Jeep does that sometimes it's not so bad, but sometimes it sounds like it is going straight through me and I have to sit there and close my eyes until it stops.
Yeah.
But it's not so bad at the when I go to a dentist now, but it's still there. There's that part of me that now the gas, I can't relax with the gas because I'm afraid that I'm not going to wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Hetty, see?
That's so sweet, Hetty. Thank you so much. Thank you. It made all the difference.
Yeah.
There's two things I changed from last week, and that is stopped watching so much news and started coming back on here in the morning, and I feel a lot better.
Yay.
That made a lot of difference. I just really like, now my son will say, "Did you hear this on the news? Did you hear that on the news?" And I'm like, "Nope, I haven't been watching it. I've
Nope.
been watching for like an hour in the morning first thing,
Yeah.
mostly to catch the weather and local stuff, but
hmm
otherwise I've been staying away from it, and it's
Yeah.
doing me so much better. I just get so
It's easy to get all wrapped up in it, and the way they hype it up, it puts everybody in a tizzy, you know.
right. It was just
And that,
causing me more stress than was necessary. Good morning, Andar. Good morning to you. Good morning, Andar. Good morning to you.
good morning,
Yeah,
Ann.
but last week, me not being with all of you
Oh,
guys,
man.
that made, that made a difference too, because then that made me more depressed than I was.
hmm
Right.
Well, Mom,
It
then you're
does.
stressed and you worry about Traci, you worry about,
hmm
he said, you don't realize that you take on worry and,
Yeah.
But I
for
think that the
everybody.
same thing happens with Casey, that the more he doesn't come on for Porch Church, the easier it is to not come on.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. That's how it is for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so you have to sometimes say, this is what you are meant to do. You've got to get up and do it. And
hmm
like
Oh,
you
and
said,
there is some pressure with that too, I think.
on
So.
Facebook, all right, let me think. I always have to stop and think of his name. I was wanting him to come on here, but
superhero,
huh?
Super
you
Dave.
superhero.
No. Uh oh, he's a Bobby Plowman.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He got a shop per se built special for him,
hmm
and he's got his monitors and everything. And I'm like, yay! It's real nice. Whoever built it, it's real nice.
Cool.
And you guys, just seeing him, somebody took the picture for him. That's kind of ways off, and seeing what he's having to work with and everything. I'm like, yeah, that it puts you in perspective of
Oh yeah.
that. That's kind of what made me feel bad when I couldn't work sometimes, because
hmm
I see people with their walkers. One guy, I think he had his leg amputated, and they came into work. And one girl, I think she had spina bifida. She came into work. She's been in a wheelchair all of her life. And I would think to myself, why can't I get it together? They're worse than I am, and they're coming into work. Why can't I get it together?
Mm-hmm. But some of the things are, you think that they're worse, and they might look worse to the average human, but how much it taxes your body, your mind, and your soul to be in pain every day.
hmm
People have no idea that have not experienced it.
That's true.
But I guess we look
Very
at
true.
people, all right, it's kind of reverse. When people look at us, they might wonder, why aren't these people working? They're
Right.
sitting
They're
there
like, well,
talking.
what's wrong with her?
They
Yeah.
look okay, but it's the same
Mm-hmm.
way. I think we judge somebody in a wheelchair, or somebody has a physical
Mhm.
look, and we think,
hmm
oh my goodness, should they be working? The mind is
hmm
different sometimes than the body.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So my body might look okay until you see me get up out of my chair. And I
Right.
Or,
think
That's
or
just it. Like,
everybody
look
here,
how, I come on here for a couple hours and I'm done. For how could I work an 8-hour day or a 9-hour day like you typically work?
yeah.
I couldn't do it
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just different now.
so
I
yeah,
couldn't.
and I'm glad I
I was
watched
not happy.
a documentary on they called it cripple camp, and they weren't making fun of it because I finally watched it. It was these physical challenged young people, and not just young people. It
Mhm.
was back in the 70s, and they'd be bussed into a camp, and they got to feel normal. They got to be around other people with their handicaps,
Right.
situations. And one of the girls that went to that camp fought tooth and nail for handicap ramps everywhere. That was before, the chairs wouldn't go through to the bathrooms. So
Right.
this girl, as she grew up, she really fought for them to make facilities handicap adaptable.
Mhm.
Even did a sit-in for days. They went in and just did a sit-in. So they had to fight for their right to be in a wheelchair to go to work. And then I feel like, well, here I am. I can walk and everything, but why can't I work? I beat myself up about that.
I do. I go through periods of time where I'm like, why? But then I do other things and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted. There's no way I could go to work all day, 5 days a week. No way.
Mary,
I
that's
can
awesome.
hardly. That is amazing.
That's
Amazing.
fantastic.
Wow.
Whatever
That's amazing.
Go, Mary.
is the nudge that somebody needs.
Mhm.
God placed that in your life for a reason.
Yes.
Well,
And the thing is, we may not be pulling a paycheck these days,
Right.
but we're important to God, and God uses us in our families' lives and in our friends' lives and even here, He uses everyone where they are, what they're experiencing, and he's, we're still important to Him.
Right.
yeah, and
Well, and there's other people, like you're still important to Jean, and Darlene's still important to Kevin, and I'm still important to Wright, and Denise is still important to Alvin. We have people in our lives that count on us being a part of their lives.
Right.
And just because we can't work a 9 to 5 anymore doesn't mean we don't have some worth in this world, because
we have value. We have
exactly.
value.
We do have worth.
Mm-hmm. Not to change the subject, but Perlini, wants to know when you're taking us for a ride again.
Yeah, I told her, I said, maybe today we might take a ride to, need to go in Walmart and not walk all over Walmart, but I need to go in Walmart, and I need to go in Kroger and buy something to cook. So as soon as we get off from Bible study, that's what I'm going to do.
Gonna get something to cook in the Ninja Pot?
Yeah.
Well,
I
of
swear
course.
you're making me want to go get one of those things. All the things you talk about, I'm like, dang. But then I think they do make smaller ones though, right? Because like for me and Wright.
Yeah, they do.
You're right,
I
Monique.
don't
We do
cook.
have a lot of worth. Not just some worth, but a lot of worth. You're right.
So now I'm thinking of different things I can
Okay,
cook.
Denise. Sorry.
I want to do the fryer part, the air fryer. I haven't tried that yet. I want to try that one, but I'm really stuff has come out really good from it. So
cool.
But like, because I just think even that's why I have stopped using my crock pot so much, because I have only a big, huge crock pot from when, I had 4 people living in my house.
Yeah.
And so there are certain times I use it, like when I make stuff to take to a big get together or something, but to cook something for Wright and I, it's just not practical to cook 2 pieces of meat,
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
So that's something that I was like, do I get a smaller crock pot? But maybe I need to just get a small Instapot or Ninja Pot or something like that I could use for multiple things.
Do y'all eat leftovers? Does your husband eat leftovers?
He is not a leftover eater at all.
Like
I'm the
even if
only
you
one that
froze
eats
it, if you
leftovers.
froze it and brought it out later? Nope, not going to
He's
do it.
terrible.
Well, not everybody is into leftovers, and that's okay.
I think he didn't have to eat leftovers ever growing up, and we
Oh.
did,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm used to that.
Yeah, we did too.
I
So
got tired throwing out food. I started telling Kevin and them, I said, look, I cook. This was a while back. I said, I cook and then you guys don't want what I cook and you eat out. I'm throwing food away. That's a waste. But that's been wow. It ain't, here lately we eat what we got. But I have like 4 chicken thighs, 4 or 5 left from the other, and it's been wrapped up in the refrigerator. I'm getting the meat off those today, and I'm going in the Instapot. I'm going to put together some chicken fajita, chicken enchilada kind of casserole,
Mm-hmm.
and then get the tortillas. And that's what, I'm going to use the leftover chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you.
Hey, Craig.
Sometimes Raint's okay if I do something like that. If I totally reinvent something from.
Yeah.
But if it's the same thing, he just, I don't know. I really think it's just he never had to eat leftovers where that was not an option when I was a kid.
Yeah, me either.
We had like Friday night leftover night, that whatever didn't get eaten from the week, that was all the little dishes were warmed up and that was dinner,
Right.
So
everybody ate what they wanted out of that.
Yep. So it's not. So it's like I try to eat leftovers, but I've just learned to try to cook only the amount we need for the meal so that we don't have a bunch of leftovers all the time.
My kids, when I had the daycare and Kevin was driving the truck and we had the money, I'd be so tired after daycare. Can you not figure being in home with 12 kids? I would come home and have to lay down. And I'd tell the kids, just let me rest a minute. And they'd say, well, can we go Chinese? And I'm like, we cooked lunch today, which was supposed to be like our supper.
Mm-hmm.
That's leftovers. I don't want that. So I would tell them, go get the card and go get you something. And so they did not want leftovers. But when they moved out, like Tiffany moved out and then Casey moved out with her, hey, they would come and eat the leftovers. They were fine with leftovers,
Yeah, you got to put it in perspective.
Good morning to Beth. Good morning to you. Good morning to Beth. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Beth.
Beth.
That makes a difference.
Beth. Good morning.
My Jimmy would eat leftovers. And so Jimmy and I, before when there was Jimmy and Wright and I living here still in Brantley part of the time, I could cook a little extra and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it would get eaten. But now I just really cut back on the amount I cooked so that, like, literally we had pork chops and potatoes and corn last night, and I literally cooked 2 pork chops, 3 little potatoes, and a handful of beans.
Yep.
Yeah, I always went to Mom's refrigerator. That was just a thing. But some people are funny about, don't come in the house and go in my refrigerator. But that's just something. I was bad married with my kids. You will try it. You will eat it. If I know you eat it one time, you don't waste food and you're not getting anything later.
Yeah.
And one of my little daycare boys, he was a bread eater. His mom says she would wake up sometimes and he'd be done got out of his room. And I think I got him at 2 or 3. 2. And she said he'd be asleep on the couch and he'd be done ate a half a loaf of bread. He loved it.
Oh my goodness.
So he saved.
My granddaughter's like that.
Yeah. So what I had to do for lunch, at lunch, I would withhold his piece of bread.
Mm-hmm. Till he ate other stuff.
Yes. And he would cry, I want my bread. I said, well, you eat that and you'll get it was like a dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a kid crying for dessert.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to take those chicken thighs because nothing's wrong with them and throw something together. So
Yeah,
with you,
that'll
right, it would do good for a smaller one. They do make smaller ones.
Yeah.
But, you know, I cook quite a bit for 4. And me and MawMaw don't eat much.
Mm-hmm.
Me and MawMaw, we will split like a hamburger steak that I might make.
Mm-hmm.
Or she and I don't eat that much. I was so excited with that chicken and then the rice and then I couldn't eat it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I wanted it.
I do that where
Yeah.
I think about something all day. Oh, I'm going to make this for dinner tonight, and I'm so excited about it. And then I cook it, and it just doesn't sit well. And it's like,
Yeah.
You
It's
guys, I have.
disheartening.
We went one time to what do you call them? Where they fix? You go through and just get the food you want.
Oh, cafeteria?
Well, it's not a cafeteria. It's
A buffet?
yeah, buffet. And I went with Kevin and MawMaw and would only get a few things and then got sick and come back and I cried because I'd be hungry and I couldn't eat.
Yeah.
good morning, Diana. Good morning to you. Good morning, Diana. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Diana. Good morning.
Good morning, Diana. Yeah. It's hard when you smell all that good food and you can't eat it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Oh,
why
boy.
I just don't. I try to talk like Brian and Jimmy love to go to buffets. There's a Chinese buffet they love to go to, but I don't. The food is good, and I don't mind going now and then. But I would prefer to go if we're going to go somewhere like that. I would rather go to a regular Chinese restaurant where I can order
Yeah.
one meal and bring home leftovers because
Right. Because you
I
can't at
don't
the
feel
buffet.
like
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe not getting your money's worth.
yeah, I feel like a cheapskate because I feel like I don't eat. I eat like a kid's meal portion, but I get charged the adult portion, and
Right.
it's crazy.
You're the
quit
balance
going to-
for the over.
Mhm.
we quit going to Golden Corral because I couldn't eat, and I couldn't eat almost $10 worth of food.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a waste.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lynn said no more eating, but I did finally get to where if I went to that, it's pretty light food. It
Mhm.
would be fried chicken, of course, but they would have all kind of vegetables. So I did get to where I would go and get one rutabaga, one piece, a couple pieces of cooked cabbage, and maybe some peas or something like that. And I eat it real slow. So I didn't feel so cheated there because I
Mhm.
was getting what I love, food that
Right.
I love.
Because they also had a good salad area and a pretty
Mhm.
good dessert area too.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that makes it worth it for me. If they have a good salad area where I can get a nice big salad with all the goodies on there, and then eat a few other little things after, I'm happy. And I know that there are people that do the salad, then they do the main course, and then they do the dessert course. But if I can have, if I feel like, wow, I had something like you said that I really wanted, I've been really wanting for a long time, then I don't feel so bad. But
Yeah.
I feel better going to a restaurant where I can order a meal and bring home the leftovers because I'll eat the leftovers. It
Right.
might take me 2 days to eat the leftovers from that meal, but
Mhm.
I will eat it.
Yeah. And you got your money's worth.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think I am trying to figure out, because I am so pixelated on Facebook. I don't know why it does that.
Hmm.
I need the main, you guys, I need the main thing in here. I guess I'll call and see how much it charges. Like the main internet in here. And then let everybody else split off.
Oh, you mean move the
The main one.
yeah, there.
Because to do this, I've got to
Well,
I've
where
got
is the main part located?
in MawMaw's room. And see, she really don't, because if she goes on Sandy, she's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she's not hosting it. But
Right.
to host this, everything's pulling from here. And I hate when I can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm reading. I'm spazzing today, you guys.
Right. And the leftovers, Mary, the leftovers from a restaurant are 10 times better because A, I didn't cook it. B, I didn't cook it the second time. And C, I didn't cook it the third time.
And clean up so much nicer.
Yeah.
Hey, that's another thing. The reason I like that. There's one thing to wash.
Yeah.
One thing. And then I can do rice in the ricer and then put like green beans the other night for Kevin. I opened a can of green beans
Mm-hmm.
and put on the little top insert, the green beans and some onions and let them steam with the rice.
Y'all are making me hungry.
Oh, so, you know, Kevin's not one that likes sit down with a piece of chicken and rice. So I had to throw the green beans in there, you know, so he'd have green beans.
I like green beans.
I love me some green beans.
And I do too.
I
But
could eat the whole can.
does everybody out there, do you guys just get tired of trying to figure out what's for supper? Because
Heck yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And then when you ask your spouse or significant other or whatever, what sounds good for dinner? I don't care, whatever you want to fix. I'm asking you because I'm tired of trying to figure out what we want for dinner.
Yeah.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you.
Good
Good morning.
morning. Oh yeah, I guarantee there ain't no buffets open now.
Oh no.
But I love to cook, and that's something is hard. That one time I was doing tacos, and I was stirring the meat, and I was having to sit there at the stove in my chair that's kind of high. I'm like, really? I can't just stand here and do tacos. I mean, that's the simplest
Yeah.
thing in the world.
Yeah.
Simple, but
Well, you know, frying up, you know, browning ground meat is a tedious thing. And, you know, breaking it up into little bitty pieces, you know, into the little nodules, that's a tedious thing. It's time, you know.
oh, I will tell you guys, one of the things, and it showed a picture. You can doggone cook like a chocolate chip cookie, and that pot's about this big, the insert. You can do chocolate chip cookie in it, a big one, and then it showed it with ice on top.
It's more like a cake.
Ooh, I'm like, that looks so good. Yeah, no, Mary, nobody around here. They'll ask me. I'll say, look, I'm okay. If I have yogurt in the refrigerator, I'm okay about supper. You know, I can't stress about supper. And Traci still did not do the census. I still didn't do the census.
Darlene, it really only takes, do it online. It really only takes a couple minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all.
I will do that today. I will put it on my keyboard, so I will make myself do it.
It's important that you guys all get counted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they know where to pick us up. I mean, so they know.
Exactly.
Look. See, Diana, you're having trouble with her internet too, and I mean,
Denise is having trouble.
Well, there's
really,
a lot of there's a lot of people in working from home.
I think
Been
that's
going on.
been a big part of it, that the whole system is not designed, not set up at this point in society time to handle all of these different people working from home, kids doing schoolwork from home, all of that stuff. Where you do go on a corporate, it's just like, you go on your computer at your corporate office, they have a corporate system
Right.
that handles the load of all those extra people.
yep.
Right.
When they're all dialing in from their home, that makes a big difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I think once this goes, I think the system that I have, I thought maybe the computer would do better, but it's not really the computer. I really think I need the main system in here.
Yeah.
But I think too that our
Well,
service can only handle so much. So if I'm the main person and it's
Mm.
splitting off from me, it kind of causes me to pixelate and look weird and freeze.
Mm-hmm.
It might be better if you're hardwired in
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
instead of Wi-Fi.
well, it's not Wi-Fi. It's a router, and it's all routed to like MawMaw's room. But that's what I'm saying. I'm routed. Me, Casey, and Kevin. All of our rooms are split from the main.
Okay, so you're already hardwired in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I have,
hardwired
I
in.
have a router in here, but
Okay.
I think I need the main.
Yeah.
So that will have to be something my sister-in-law probably can do because.
Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sonia. What happened?
And I have to say it. You guys give me a thumbs up, please. Subscribe to the Christian Chat Womanhood channel and share it with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Tell your friends, come on over, have coffee with us.
There you go.
I really thought when this all started that because of some of the kids, like Grand Rapids is the inner city of Grand Rapids, there's some schools that are in very poor neighborhoods that they had to provide laptops and stuff for those kids to do their schoolwork from home before they could implement that system. But I really am surprised because I really thought that there would be more of an outcry that these people don't have internet service at their home and can't afford internet service at their home.
Yeah.
That there would be maybe an overall, with adding all of these other homes on the internet, maybe that there would be an overall
drain.
Yeah. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you. But I really thought that there would be like back in the day, they used to talk about someday we'll all be able to get on the internet and it won't cost us anything because it's just, but we all still pay for internet.
Yeah.
See, even Sonia's talking about theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all these extra people getting on because they're working from home and the kids are schooling from home, and then you got those of us who are already on the internet in the morning in the day, like us, and then add all these other people on top of it. is really
Taxing.
taxing the system.
Yeah.
Well, look, everybody send a note and say, let school out. Quit letting these kids get on the internet. It's affecting Christian womanhood.
Mhm. Quit teaching them kids.
Teachers, leave those teachers, leave those
Leave
kids
those kids
alone.
alone.
Oh, we all hold that. Look, everybody hold it.
Oh, summer. School's out forever.
Oh, we're singing that. We better hush because we just don't know what could come our way.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, no, I just really. Well, then there was. I remember there was a time that they would be like, cities would set up so that like there was a time that in the city of Grand Rapids, within a certain boundaries, there was like a free internet. You could just like now, like you go to a restaurant and they provide free Wi-Fi or whatever. That they would have different areas that would provide internet service for their residents and stuff, but that hasn't happened, and I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Basically, if their kids got a laptop, you could say, hey, we're going to McDonald's. First, we'll drive through, and Mama's going to get her hot mocha or iced mocha, and we're going to get on Wi-Fi. You do your classwork, and maybe I'll get you a hamburger if you finish your work. So I mean, there's free Wi-Fi at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be able to get there.
Good morning to Rhonda. Good morning to you. Good morning to Rhonda. Good morning to you.
Good
You know
morning,
what they
Rhonda.
did here was they started utilizing some of the buses and the bus drivers and set up hot spots in certain neighborhoods that would feed off the buses,
Mm-hmm.
and that so that the kids could get on the internet that way. It's not anything about free internet for all. No, heck no, they can't do that. No, just send a bus to the neighborhood, make it a hot spot.
Look, I had a hot spot last night. I started feeling weird and weirder. And I had on, I'll just say it. Sometimes I won't even take my shirt off. I'll just go to bed with my leggings and my shirt. I won't even lie. So anyway, that shirt, my shirt I got from Be the Difference Joy.
Mm-hmm.
It's made very well. So the t-shirt material is kind of a thick material.
Yeah.
And I'm laying in bed and I start feeling weird. I start feeling funny. And then all of a sudden, I get a little bit hotter. I start getting out from any of my cut sheets or anything, and I feel it creeping up.
Mm-hmm.
And I start getting hotter and hotter. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it had to be a hot flash.
Yeah.
Because I know what I don't even know what I look like. But my head starts sweating on my pillow.
Oh, yeah.
And it just kept building and building. My face felt like it was tingling.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, God, am I about to die or is this just a hot flash? He didn't answer me, but he did remind me that I had a thin shirt behind me. So I go back and I start digging for the shirt. And hey there, Pixie Pick.
Good morning,
Hey.
Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you.
So
Love
here
you,
I
girl.
am, the fan's in the window,
Mm-hmm.
and I have it full blast, and it feels good coming in. So I dig for that t-shirt, my nighttime t-shirt, and I put it on. And I was sitting there, and I'm like, okay, if anybody is outside that window, they're going to see me. I don't care. I was like stripping, and I was.
You didn't have the air conditioner on?
I was hot, and so yeah, and I'm not used to hot flashes. I don't get them very often.
They're not fun.
No, they're not.
forward to the day that mine go away for good. And my understanding is eventually they do.
They do. They do.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Well,
asked my aunt, she said she had hot flashes for a little bit over a year because my mom had surgical hysterectomy, so she had a surgical menopause when she was in her 30s. So I didn't have my hysterectomy till I was much, in my 50s. So I asked my aunt, I'm like, how long? Because then I did take the medication. I took shots for every month for about 2 years till the doctor said I had to go off that. And then I was right back on the hot flashes, although they weren't as bad as they were in the beginning. And so I said to my aunt, how long is this going to last? She was like, well, I had mine for probably a year, year and a half. I was like,
Yeah, it seemed like longer for me.
I
like, you
had
gotta
mine
be kidding me.
10 years ago, or a little over 10. It's about 10 years ago. Mine should be, wait, no.
That's tea.
Mine was a little bit over 10
Yes.
years, so mine should be gone.
Find another place for that, I guess.
Well, just put it in the fridge. Thank you.
And two, a friend of mine, they put her on clone because she was having night sweat so bad with hers.
Mhm.
And hers was so bad that she went ahead and, they put her on Clonopin. I thought, well, that's what I take. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Oh yeah, so Sasha said,
Oh my gosh, Tip, I have these things for over 10 years. Oh my heavens.
well, and it doesn't help when they give you steroids either,
No, that doesn't.
because that's a whole different thing. And I do not take hormones. I do not. I
I
never
did
have.
that for 2 years, and then the doctor said, you really have to stop taking this. It's not ever intended for you to take for a long period of time. So then I just quit taking it. And now I went from when I first had my hysterectomy, when I went on the hormone, I was having 4 to 5 hot flashes an hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was miserable. And so then the injections helped so that I didn't have them. And then now that I'm having them again, it's not near as bad. Like if I smoke, I get a hot flash. I always get 1 or 2 during the night. And
Love you. We love you, Leticia.
love you, Leticia. Thank you so much.
And Rhonda goes for a test today at 2:45. So
Good luck.
yes, Rhonda.
Sonia started when she hit 40.
Well, when I had my weight loss and 2 months later I had my hysterectomy and I was freezing. Even now, my hands stay cold, my nose gets cold,
Mhm.
and I tend to run cold. So when I get a hot flash, it's so out of the blue
Yeah.
that it really, to start with, I'll be feeling like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? But then I kind of figured out.
I have actually it's been probably about a year since I stopped doing the hormones. And I will actually go now and then during the day where I may not have any hot flashes, but I still have them at night. I still get the night sweats bad, but it's getting better. It's getting more tolerable, and they don't last as long. That's the big part. They were lasting so long in the early on. Oh my gosh. My face would be beet red. I would start dripping sweat, and now at least my face will get red and I'll feel hot, but I don't usually start to sweat and get all drippy.
So everybody remember Rhonda today on when she goes for her test.
Eastern Standard Time this afternoon. I'll say a
Frances,
prayer for you.
when I met Frances, I mean, her hair was like permed it was kind of tight and it was real short off of her neck. She had to keep something to wipe because she would just, like you said, just pour sweat.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
She had them so bad. And then there was a young girl that I worked with. she would all of a sudden, I was like, what is wrong? And she'd be fanning and her whole chest would go red in her face and she'd be sweating so bad. But because she's about, she was in her 20s. And
Mhm.
because she had an early hysterectomy, she went through that. They took everything out, everything.
Me too.
So,
Me too.
so I didn't want to take the chance. If one ovary was messed up, I didn't want to take the chance.
I'm glad that they did because I was originally trying to talk him into leaving one ovary, but he said that he had, through his past practice, through his time in practice, so many times he would end up having to go back in and take that ovary out for women because they would have other problems.
Yep.
He said, I think we should just take it all. And I'm so grateful that they did, because when they sent it to pathology, there was a precancerous tumor inside, completely enclosed in one of my ovaries. So I could have had ovarian cancer. I would have had ovarian cancer at some point. It was growing, it was in there. I wasn't getting, any symptoms at that point, but it was definitely there. So that took care of that. So thank goodness I had no, yeah, definitely, Rhonda, definitely.
We don't know about yeah, Rhonda. I say it all the time. You cannot get too many people praying.
No, ma'am.
And we haven't heard anything from Sandy yet. I know she's so tired.
I've been praying for Sandy, as I know many of you are. My gut is telling me, we all know that she hasn't been feeling 100% Sandy, and the drive to Provo and back really taxes her, even when she's feeling decent. So I'm hoping she just got some good sleep because she was wore out. I hope.
Mary, I think she said, because she has told it on her channel, so I guess I can say, but I think it's something with her heart.
She went to the cardiologist
Yeah.
yesterday.
So it's something with her heart, but she was optimistic because they said it's something they can fix.
Mm-hmm.
I done told her, I done told the man upstairs, hey, I got to have my Sandy.
Yeah, exactly. We need Sandy in our lives.
Yeah. I mean, me and Sandy's been hanging out for almost a year. And so, you get attached. Even you guys, Mary, all of you guys, Rhonda, Denise, everybody, Monique. I don't want to leave anybody out. But you guys, I feel attached like the same way with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just care about the ones that come on the panel, because everybody don't want to come on live. And Darlene B, excuse me, will not come on live with me, but that's okay. I get to see her beautiful face and I get to FaceTime with her. So, Nana boo boo.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, everybody's important to us. It is nice, I mean, you hear us say to people, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad you're here," because you guys are important to us. It is what makes us keep going. And
I keep, like, my numbers are dropping, and it shouldn't. I'm not like really obsessed with my numbers, but then when they drop, I'm like, oh my gosh, did I offend somebody? Did I upset somebody? But I'm still seeing the same people coming in. I just think it's with a lot of channels that may have subbed to me, then they took theirs down, or if they didn't have any activity, the AI could have took their channels down. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Or you know how YouTube unsubs you from people now and then. So if they haven't been on your channel and been in the chat and been on, or leave a comment or whatever, then they could have been just unsubscribed from YouTube.
Yeah. But then I don't think always with the numbers that you have to leave that comment, because what about people that they have 40K comments or they have goodness gracious.
I think when you get those big YouTubers that have like 40, 50, over 1 million subscribers. Now YouTube doesn't, if you notice, like I subscribe to Nikki Tutorials from the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
They have never, and once in a while I watch her stuff. They never unsubscribe me from her. Now, MawMaw, for example, I've watched almost everything MawMaw puts out, or even they unsubscribe me from you one time, Darlene.
Yeah.
But they don't ever unsubscribe me from the huge channels. So I think that once you're a certain amount that you're of that level, that if you subscribe to that person, they never take you off of that person. But if you smaller channels, if you subscribe and then you're not active on their channel, they can pull you off.
You think they're playing favorites?
Mary, you sound like Lizz. Lizz stays up late too.
I think definitely they play favorites, but I didn't say
that. There you go.
MawMaw wasn't getting, she said, well, I don't see when Sandy's on. Why don't I see when Sandy's on? I said, well, just, she was
ring
on.
the bell.
And when she looked, she wasn't, somehow she wasn't subscribed again. I'm like, just resubscribe, ring the bell.
Yeah, and she goes on there all the time.
And that's why I tried to double check. It was so much easier when they had it to where I could just check somebody's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like you think about that, like Nikki Tutorials has over 10 million subscribers.
Yeah.
10 million. Now know that she gets a lot of views anytime she puts up a new video, but she doesn't get 10 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't, like I said, I don't watch every single thing she puts out, but they never have unsubscribed me from her.
Uh-oh, I got to do something. Wake up, Lynn, wake up. She says she's sleeping right now.
Yeah, well.
Wake up, Pearlini, wake up. Wake up, Pearlini, wake up. Oh, yeah, and algorithm. Yeah, exactly. It's not a completely uniformly applied algorithm across the system platform. That's all that needs to be said about that.
Oh boy, what have I got?
Yeah, Pusa Studios, 11.5 subs.
Mm-hmm.
I like their show because I don't know, they're so, I love their energy. I love their energy. That's like
that's another one. I'm subscribed to them too. They never unsubscribe me from them.
Yeah,
but I don't always watch their stuff. I watch now and then.
But he did come on, or she did. They came on when I first went on their show. They come in and check my show out. And then when they saw me, even though they're so big, when they saw me again in their feed, they told people, they said, go check out Norgus R. And he said, and it was him. He said, I've been in there several times. And he said, I like the way
they're real people.
Yeah.
The studios are real people. Like, I mean, I'm not saying Nikki Tutorials is not a real person. She is. However, she's such a huge YouTuber, like, if, for example, with over 10 million subscribers, that like you don't ever get even a heart if you comment on her channel. But I think that that's why I spend more of my time with the people who are more personable, who respond back if I make a comment on their channel, even if it's just a heart.
Right.
That I think, oh wow, they do care if I listen or not.
Yeah, because sometimes Joe will usually put a comment because, of course, on that coast, and just like who else said Mary Mary, she's in a different time frame, and so people even a comment, because I like to answer the comments. I like to personalize and leave a comment to their comment. But even with as many subs that I have, I can't go, and like Super Dave said, there's not enough hours in the day to go visit everybody.
Right.
But I enjoy everybody that comes on. I enjoy, I had a personal touch with everybody that I've ever subbed to, and they subbed to me. But everybody has things that they have to do. A lot of people work, or they're not up this early.
Right. And some of the big, huge stars even have personal assistants and managers and social media people who go through and, comment and like comments and stuff, and you still don't get, because there's just too many people on there.
Right. Yeah, and they're a small business with it.
Yeah, Mary can't figure out how to do a thumbs up on the tablet. Well, I got frustrated on my phone. I had to figure it out on my phone. It's weird. It's a weird, sometimes I can remember, but it's hard to do a thumbs up. But
make sure you are signed into YouTube under your name, Mary. That I find, like, if I click a link from somewhere and it takes me to a YouTube video and maybe doesn't open my app so that it's not signed in, then it won't let me like it. It'll say must sign in or something, and then you have to sign in order to
I've had that happen too.
To like or leave a comment, you have to be signed into YouTube.
And I have went back and done the same. I've done that. Look, I forget who asked me, was I going to do another ride and drive with us? Look, there's people driving crazy. I don't know if that is a side of Casey you guys need to know about. Because he done said he gets road rage. But yesterday, at least, it was pretty calm. He just said, orange shirt. What are you doing? Get out of my way. So, oh my goodness. And that was just going to Arby's and back. I mean, people, where are they all going? And why can't they drive? The other morning, me and Kevin was behind somebody. No joke, we've got 2 lanes plus a turning lane. We have McDonald's. On the left, you have McDonald's and Crystal's and Dunkin' Donuts. On the right, you got Wendy's and you've got Taco Bell. So this person, I am sure, couldn't make up their mind what they wanted for breakfast. They were driving in the center lane. Kevin was fired up.
He was angry.
I said, well, baby, maybe they're like us. They can't figure what they want. So they're going to be in that lane that they can, I think I want McDonald's. I said, so I told him, I said, maybe that's it. Maybe they just don't know what they want to eat. And I told him, I said, I'm glad you're driving and not Casey. You've been so mad. But even I will say sometimes, really? And my eyes get so big. And I'll throw my hands up. What? Are you serious?
Yeah. I talk to the cars too sometimes.
Yeah, Casey calls them different names. Let me see. He has said Samuel L. Jackson, get out of my way. Or he will call them different names.
I might
And
call them by their name, with the type of car they are or whatever.
and it just rolls off him, and I'll be laughing. It's like, where does that come from? You know.
Hey, when you become a driver of a car, our personalities sometimes change.
Mhm.
Oh, Mary says she has not been out of the house in 3 months. See, MawMaw hadn't either, so that's why we took a drive.
I have only been out of the house now 3 times since before St. Patrick's Day when they closed things down, because I've been to the doctor twice, and then I went to the pharmacy on Sunday. That's all I've been out of the house.
Mm.
Oh, but yeah. I'd rather him do that kind of stuff, Monique, than to his anxieties get so high.
Yeah.
I tell him he's doing real well because he's not medicated.
Yeah.
So when you're bipolar and you're not medicated, and if your anxieties get way up, sometimes he just has to get out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Diana keeps losing her internet. Because Diana, we're in the South. I think it's everybody. But I tell him, you're really doing good not having your medication.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Definitely.
another reason he does do better with it, and he does better at doing Porch Church,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody can't just snap and make their brain chemistry right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, girl, we have ate out more. I don't know why. We've ate out more. But now that I have the foodie, I'm excited.
Mhm.
I'm excited about it. So,
What's a new toy?
yeah. So Casey, I ain't kidding. Casey put 2 crock pots, nothing wrong with them, out by the ditch, hoping somebody would just get them. He's like, Mom, why do you need to keep one? Well, I just.
Sometimes
And he
it's kind of
said,
nice to have more than one of something, because you might have more than one thing going on.
I know,
You know?
but he said, no, you can do it all in that. Okay. He said between the ricer and that. And he's right, because the ricer would do vegetables, do
Yeah.
just rice.
Yeah.
And when we get the all-in-one,
Mm-hmm.
we get all the stuff that goes with it, the bells and
Yeah.
whistles, I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Cleaning the crock pots was hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the
Did
insert,
you have a removable crock?
yeah, even the inserts,
Mm-hmm. They're heavy.
and wash them, I'd always be afraid that I was going to drop them, because I weighed them one time. Crock pot things are heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is really heavy, but that's Bryant's job, so I don't have to. He takes care of that, so I don't have to worry about it. But so I guess I might feel differently if I was the one that had to clean that out. But
Mm-hmm.
So
And you do have to be
I would
careful,
go
because they
get
can break easily.
yeah,
Oh gosh, let me get up and I'll show you guys this.
but I had got the removable crock.
Oh, gosh.
Of course,
Mhm.
now they pretty much all are. But I intentionally went out and bought one with the removable crock, because back when I was still working, I would get stuff all prepped the night before in the crock and stick that in the fridge. So
Right.
just before I left for work, I could just drop that in the crock pot, plug it in, turn it on, and go to work. And then when we
Right.
got home, we'd have dinner.
Right.
That was that's when I really used mine a lot.
Okay. So,
Our first crock pot was before they had the removable liners.
so this is how big the thing is. What
Yeah.
you put in. So
Oh, yeah. That's a nice
that's a good
size.
size.
Yeah.
But it's also lightweight. That is so much easier for me to
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let
I
me
see your
see,
point.
it says Okay, 18 cups.
Wow. Yeah, that is good size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good size.
So for a family like ours, you'd think a family of 4 is not much, but it is.
Well, it's not a family of, I mean, it is a family of 4, but it's not like what you think people think in their head of a traditional family of 4. It's 4 adults. That's
Yeah.
different than 2 adults and 2 children.
Right. Or 2 teenagers.
Right.
Oh, there's my
Right.
Callie. Good morning.
If you got 2 teenagers, then it's 6 of you.
Right. Exactly.
Good morning, Callie.
Callie. Good morning to you. Good morning to Callie. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Callie.
All right, Pearl Nini, it's all Will's fault. All because of Will. He did a video on cooking in his foodie. I'm like, what is a foodie? So I watched. It's a Ninja brand, and it's called the Ninja Foodie. And you can do the pressure cooking. You could do pressure cooking. You could do slow cooking, or like a crock pot. You can put it on any setting you want. And then that's one lid that does the pressure cooking. But then if you want to air fry,
I'm sorry, Rhonda.
you can air fry things.
I'm so sorry, Rhonda.
She does that, Rhonda. She ain't right.
Well, I try not to, I try to black the screen and,
Yeah, you're very considerate of that. I mean, Darlene and I munch all the whole time sometimes.
Yeah. But all right, so they make different sizes, and they make different sizes of them. What was I going to? Oh, but it's heavy. The main thing is very heavy.
Yeah.
Even the pressure cooker lid, it's not that heavy, but it's all sturdy, I guess I want to say.
Oh, okay. It's durable.
Yes. And the air fryer, it stays on at all times, but you have to lift it up when you pressure cook. When we first did the pressure cooking, Casey was afraid, stand back, Mama, stand back. I've seen videos of them things exploding. And they did back in the day. They would.
Yeah, they did.
When I had a friend of mine in school. Her pressure cooker blew up on her. And she couldn't hardly wear anything but a loose dress.
Yeah.
So
when we got married, we got 2 of those, but we never used them because we were afraid of them.
Well, and this one is so easy to use. It's very, very easy to use. So it took dried beans. I put a bag of dried beans. I'm like, let me try this out. Because normally you have to start very early for dried beans. So I put them in pressure cooked for 30 minutes. And they had already started cooking good. So then I added the tomatoes and put it back on pressure cook. Say about then I put it on slow cook about 3 hours, really. Yeah, and we were busy. Kevin was putting stuff together and we were in no hurry. So I started cooking at 12, I think. And so I'm gonna tell you guys, it's amazing. In 30 minutes, that chicken thighs, the whole big old thing of chicken thighs, and with 1 cup of water, that was all done. 25 minutes, I think. From hard frozen to done.
Wow.
That's a great idea, Sonia. She's saying her dad's always complaining that he never knows what to get her for her birthday. She's going to tell him to get her one of those for her birthday. Yeah. That's a good idea.
It is. You can do hard-boiled eggs in it, and you can do all kinds.
Mary says her mom made pea soup in a pressure cooker one time. She had to clean the walls, the ceiling.
Ooh, I bet it looked like The Exorcist.
Bye, Darlene.
Darlene, you go fishing. You go fishing.
Bye,
I'm
darling.
froze. I'm froze. Okay. Let me.
Oh no, she's all alone. How do you catch fish with soap? That's too funny.
All right. Can you see me? Am I froze?
I can see you. But I don't think you were froze to me anyway, but
I was on Facebook.
oh,
Yeah, you're not frozen on YouTube either.
You guys, it's a struggle with the internet, you know?
mhm.
Yeah. Challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Sonia. Wheat Bix. I don't know what those are.
Thank you, Callie.
Darlene, you so silly.
Oh my goodness.
Never heard of it.
Yes, Sonia. It is. It is better. So I'm looking forward to tonight. I might do some Mexican rice in the ricer. And then, oh wait, Darlene. See, I can't tell when Darlene's being serious. You
True
guys,
story, huh? I still think you made it up.
I know. Because Darlene will pull your leg, and both of them.
Yeah, at the same time. Look out.
Ladies, I need to move. I need to move it. Get up and move it. I may try and come back on in the chat. I'm going to go out and smoke and get on my legs a minute, see how they're holding.
Yep.
Okay, hon.
I love you guys.
We love you too. God bless you. Be
See
careful.
you in the chat.
Be careful. Bring your
I'll
cane.
see you in the chat. I will take my cane like a good
Yes.
girl. It's right by
Okay.
the door now.
I just want to make sure that you don't fall because
Yes.
Yeah,
nobody
don't
can
fall.
help you.
No, they can't get me. Not now. All right. Love you guys.
Love you too, babe. God bless. And then there were two.
I know. What?
Her cousin uses soap on his trout lines. Okay. I'm just not seeing it, but what kind of soap? That makes a difference. Green eggs and ham.
Okay, I will share screen. So that's
Oh, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that stays. Let me see images. All right. But let me find a video that shows what they can do. All right. Here. All right,
Oh, you can
see
stack things.
Yeah, like this one. I've got the grape. There you go. So it looks like tater tots in the bottom and then steaks on top.
Interesting.
Oh, and they got all kind of recipes. Oh my goodness.
Is that Pinterest?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For the foodie.
Pinterest is great for all that kind of stuff.
So, I mean, if I can not have to stay in the kitchen all day. Oh, they
Yeah.
have a blue one. What in the world? But it's pretty cool. I'm trying to find like all the foods that it cooks. It's amazing.
Well, that Instapot does a lot of that stuff too. It just doesn't do the fried stuff.
Yeah. All right. This looks like the one I have. So yeah, I mean, it's not complicated. It's yeah.
Ivory soap? Catfish.
What?
Ivory soap. Ivory soap floats.
I love, ivory soap does. I used to love ivory soap.
Mm-hmm. My mother loved it. She
Yes,
used that
Mary, a
as
ninja
the facial
food.
soap.
I know.
Family of 8. Oh my goodness.
Do what?
Sonia says she has a pressure cooker, but it's not big enough for a family of 8.
Look,
That's
you
why
need to,
sometimes you end up having to have 2.
I wish that I could send you my extra 2 crock
They're
pots.
probably gone by now, huh?
I hope so. I mean, I hope somebody, I don't know if Casey took the insert outside, one of them that I washed. Yeah, Pioneer Woman has so many cute, she's got a whole line of cute dishes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at my limit on what I can spend now.
Yeah.
And let me see.
Well, I have our Corel dish set from whenever we got married, actually. And then when my aunt moved in with her daughter, she cleared out all of her stuff that she didn't want, and she gave me her set of Corel dishes, which is the same pattern as mine. And so now I've got more than double the set because she had all different kinds of pieces that I didn't have, because there was a period of time when my cousin, her son, lived up in New York State, and it was near the Corning place, and she was able to shop in the Corning store there and get pieces for her set that you couldn't get just anywhere. So I've got all that. And now I don't know where I'm going to put it, because if we move over there and nobody takes my mother-in-law's dishes, we'll have hers too, which are white, which would match anyway. So we'll have plenty of dishes to use.
And it's just you and your husband. So
Yeah, but we'll have people over. We'll have the kids over and whatnot. So I mean, it won't be bad. But we'll have backup. I'm not going to have all those in the cabinet at the same time.
well, Casey accidentally dropped one of the heaviest of our crock pots. He took it out to dump it, and he dropped it. And so I saved the pieces. And then I finally threw the pieces away because I was going to make something with them. But I kept the actual crock pot. And I had used it as a kiln when I wanted to dry.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I have like a little rack that I put in there, and I'm able to cover it up and dry out plaster, dry out stuff you normally put in the oven. So
good idea.
I know somebody thinks, why does she have a crock pot without the insert? But that is why. There is a Pyrex. See, there was early Pyrex that MawMaw don't even know where. She guessed it's her mom's that I found. It was clear with the etched roses on, just little on both sides. And that's the bigger one is what I accidentally smashed on the porcelain sink and sliced my finger. Yeah.
Ouch.
And so it was like we had 3 or 4 of them, and they were great for Keevan's soup bowl, and then Casey's bowl, and then mine and MawMaw's bowl. So
that's funny.
So Casey purged, and I don't see a lot of bowls. So I'm going to have to make sure that I keep everything washed up. But like you said, he got rid of the plastic that the dishwasher or microwave picks it up, and they don't look clean. So those are the ones he threw away.
And those are not good to use after a point, Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, throw it away. And there used to be a time that we had this size plastic cups, we'd have a whole stack of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, one day I'm just like, oh, I just threw them away. And then we purged the spatulas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Casey was like, well, Mom, how many of these do you need?
Depends on how many
So-
things you got cooking.
And
You got to
yeah,
flip.
and it gets easy. It kind of gets easy. I separated the ones to keep and the ones to get rid of. And when you do that, so I guess I'm not really a hoarder because I would not be able to do that.
Well, as long as Casey's there, you can't possibly become one.
So I need that. I do need that. When
You need to send him over here. He might.
when he cleans the kitchen, I know what he's rearranging, he's purging things.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonia, my dishwasher messed up, and it just so happened when I called about a repairman, it was still under warranty at Babcock, where we got it from. So, I was so glad. And we got our stove, refrigerator, dishwasher, kitchen table, our bed. Casey got his bed, all financed with Babcock. I love using them. Yeah, we don't have many plastic cups. Like I said, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep these for a few days, like a Sonic, drink my unsweet tea out of,
Yeah, I do that too.
because they're insulated. But even then, they become where they start.
Yeah.
Leaking.
Yeah, you can't use them forever. They have a short life.
And you guys, just so you know, no, I'm not froze. I'm reading. I'm sorry.
It does look the same.
It does. I like using the mugs for my soup.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm able to hold it because my hand does spastic. And it aggravated me. Playing my game last night on my phone. I messed up so many times because I'd be trying to move something and my hand would just do what it wanted to.
Oh boy. So your dishwasher is so old it's not worth repairing. Yeah, they get like that sometimes.
Well,
Yeah, we're on the
they-
fourth one at my wait a minute. Third one at my mother's. Well, is that Rebecca's now, but
if you're in a house of 8, I think 6 of them might be able to wash dishes. We used to have we had different nights. One
Yeah.
night I'd have to do them. One night my sister would. Next night my brother would have to. So my little brother couldn't do it right. So
he was pretty smart.
Yeah. So my older brother that's 4 years older than me. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the dishwasher at my mom's house.
He would
As long as I
bribe
was
me.
home. And when I got married, she got a dishwasher.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what?
That's
course,
who
he still
I
had-
was for here.
Still had to wash the pots, but
But yeah, my brother would bribe me, and since he was so awesome to me, always awesome.
Mhm.
I'd be so excited he gave me something of his.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what he would do. And that's one reason I really didn't see the last signs of him, what he did, because he would always get tired of something, give it away.
Yeah.
So when he gave Tiffany a bunch of cassette tapes,
Mhm.
I didn't think nothing
It
about it.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't click.
No, it didn't. Oh, but I'm gonna show everybody my shirt. Got it from Walmart. Bub, you still doing it today? Oh, you gotta go back. Okay.
She's talking to herself again.
I'm talking to Casey.
Oh, tell him hi.
I will. LizzAnn said, "Hey, Casey." Uh-oh, I almost.
He's probably not in any mood to talk to me. I sent him a whole bunch of stuff on his messenger last night. Tracy says, "Hi, Casey." So does Mary. Everybody in the chat saying hi, Casey.
Did you guys hear him?
No.
He said, "Hi, everybody."
You're such a blessing, Casey.
I think he went back to his cave.
Yeah.
No, he's not
Fair
feeling
enough.
good. I'm telling you guys, these allergies have us absolutely
Yeah.
no energy. But I feel drivable today, so he won't need to go with me. But yes, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to go to bed, rest. I'm not going to do that. If I go to bed to rest, I won't go nowhere. And we need a few things. But I'll tell Casey everybody hollered at him. And
Hey, Casey.
and yeah, we need them back on
Porch Church.
Porch Church. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you guys, this morning when I woke up, my head hurt me so bad, and my medicine almost came back up, and
I'm sorry.
yeah. And then when that went away, I took two Benadryl, the cheap Benadryl.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me. I don't go to sleep. Benadryl don't make me sleepy, so I'm able to take it during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So he's waking up with those headaches and just feels like nothing.
Yeah.
Like nothing. So continue prayers.
Yeah.
I think it is this. I don't think it's so much stress now. Is it what he goes outside and smokes. I'm trying to get to what I'm saying. So he's back and forth out of the house.
Yeah.
And the allergy season is just awful. It's real bad here. It's beautiful. I did a couple pictures that I'll post, probably Instagram, and then post on Facebook, that Casey said, "Oh, Mom, look at that. It's a pomegranate tree, a pomegranate bush or tree."
Cool.
And it got to where it wasn't putting out any fruit, but it had been there since MawMaw's mom was alive.
Oh.
So they're probably like 1914, 19.
Wow. That's yeah.
Yeah. So it got to where, after a while it'll quit doing fruit. You have to know how to prune it back. Well, it kind of got dug up, and I was afraid that it died. But when it came back, it has pomegranate.
Oh, well,
So
cool.
the picture is of the blooms, pretty, yeah, orange blooms. So he said, "Mom, get a picture of that." And it's just the way the blue sky against
Right.
So I took two
cool.
pictures. I did one, and then I did the other one, and in the background, because it's leaning a little over, in the background is the garage that MawMaw's daddy bricked up. He was a brick mason.
Oh, cool.
And then it's, the tin on the roof is kind of turning up a little bit. It needs another roof. But anyway, that's what the pictures that I'll upload on Facebook. And Lynn, I know you don't have Facebook, but what I can do tomorrow, once they're on my Facebook, I can screen share.
Screen share, yeah.
So I kind of like catching the pictures of the old, the outhouse.
Right.
And because that's when I walked the property the other day, it's what Kevin brought, the next generation brought in. So MawMaw and them, they changed things, and they got the pool when my kids were little. And then then the next generation, Kevin built a shop, and he done plumbing, and he's done all kind of things for the house. And then the next generation, which would be Casey, he wants to do flowers in a garden. He
Yay!
wants
She's back.
And let me back in.
Casey wants me and him to do a off the ground,
Raised bed
a
garden.
raised bed garden. You
Mhm.
know,
Oh yeah.
and that's what he wants to do. And I'm like, well, I can do that with you. You know, I can always
Those are
schedule
easier
it.
to take care of.
Yeah. Yes, Mary. Kevin is very, very talented, and
Boop.
it's amazing what he comes up with. It always amazes me.
See, can't do it that way.
He said
My
that.
fingers
You're
get.
down.
I can't do it sideways.
Hey, Willow. Willow,
Okay.
how
I'm
are
all
you
over the
feeling
place.
today?
Hey,
How are you
Willow.
feeling?
Hey Willow, you beautiful soul.
Today is how is everybody feeling today on this Wednesday?
Whew. Tired, but fine.
I'm tired, but I feel better.
But yeah, I think if me and Casey did that together, I think that would be relaxing for us both.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
would
and it'd be much easier to keep.
You
yeah,
could even film it.
yeah, yes. I mean, I know. I think sometimes, and Derek told me this one time. He said a lot of people like short videos of like your daily life or something that you just do.
Mm-hmm.
Is what Derek told me a year ago, and
Yeah,
he,
that works too.
but it wasn't
And
as easy
put that
then
in between.
to upload a video
Yeah.
right
Mhm.
onto YouTube. It was too confusing, but now it's really easy.
Yeah. Well, you're seasoned now.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh, I'm reading Sonia. Sonia, I have been. Yeah, I can't shake it. I can't shake being tired.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, and I fell. You guys, my feet didn't want to work, and I just fell into the door facing, kind of tripped. And Casey said, "Mom, are you okay?" I said, "I'm really not."
When was this?
Yesterday, I thought I told you guys this morning. But yeah, I tripped just enough, and it is sore. It didn't bruise, but it might bruise in a day or so. But I hit this part and this is my arthritis
That
hand
doesn't
too.
feel good.
Yeah, I hit this part of the door facing,
Mm-hmm.
and Casey said, "Is there anything that we can do with that?" I said, "We don't have to go." I said, "I really am not up to going in Walmart or Kroger because," I said, even my speech was off. I could tell it yesterday, and it's embarrassing sometimes. But I couldn't breathe. I had to do my inhaler that yesterday morning,
Mm.
and it's like when you get like that, when you can't breathe, it throws everything off, you know. And so, yeah, I stumbled, and I'm like, Casey said, "Mom," I said, "Yeah, my feet don't want to work." So,
Yeah.
needless to say, we just went to Sonic and got something to like me and MawMaw something to eat. And Bailey, I give up. Here, Bailey, eat this piece of Texas toast. Here, Bailey, here's some hamburger meat. Here,
Yeah.
Bailey. I mean, because she's right here, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. She
Here
says,
she
I
comes.
smell it. I smell it. You gonna share it?
And since I wasn't calling you, I was talking about you, not calling you.
Yeah.
Since Lynn, Lynn, you don't have Facebook, I'll screen share. Kit thinks she is part of,
She's precious.
yes.
Beautiful
She
picture.
is.
Yeah, I like it too. I'm gonna use it as a thumbnail. And the holes that you see right here, those are peg holes where you can put pegs if you need them.
The only problem that I see with that picture is what's behind Kit.
Oh, the mannequin bust.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh
gave
gosh.
got a hat and she's got on a necklace.
Yeah, but she's not wearing a blouse.
Ah,
You know, Liz.
I know. But it is
But-
pretty with the my Kit Kit.
It's beautiful with
Yes.
the Kit.
And then there's
Cute.
Bailey.
Yeah.
There
Bailey's
is,
pouting.
you guys, does Bailey looks kind of small when she's walking in here.
Uh-huh.
But last
She's
night I
actually
hurt
pretty
her
big.
feelings because I went to the bathroom and I come back and she was in my spot. And I kept telling her, move. And I kind of popped her butt. And then Kevin he told her to move, and that's what she did. She
Oh,
was pouting with me, but her jaws was like, she's got those hangy jaws like a, I guess like a pit, or what would you say? The Georgia bull, the other kind of bulldog.
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
So yes, see how big her head
Is he
is?
going on at 11?
No, he cannot. I could tell by his voice.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
you guys, I'm so sorry. And I know we all, you guys are like me. I love it. It relaxes me. But you know, if he's kind of like I was last week, but this week I had to
Daddy's
say,
not here, baby.
no matter
Lay down.
what, I've got to get myself up.
Good girl.
Oh, Willow. Yeah, I'll fix it. And I'm
On that
so-
that U version,
yeah.
if you go to the bottom, there's a icon down here of a book. That's where you can search the Bible. And then when you get to that and you find something you want to read,
Yeah.
there's arrows and that will take you to the next chapter or the previous chapter.
Yeah.
And then there's one in the middle that looks like a solid arrow.
Yeah.
That, if you press that one, it will.
Let me
Well,
find it.
Can you-
Then Moses and the people of Israel sang this song to the Lord, saying, I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse of his rider he has thrown into the sea.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
What is that on?
On it's a Bible app. It's called U version.
Okay.
YOU
Uh-huh.
version. VERSION.
Okay.
You can
At the bottom, you got home, read, plans, search, and more. So if you can remember part of a verse, but you can't remember all of it, and you don't know where it is, if you hit search, you can enter that in there, what you know, and it will give you different passages that have those segments, and you can go to that by tapping it, and then you can also
Oh,
go to the full
wow.
chapter.
It popped up the verse of the day already.
Yeah, it will do that. Yeah.
Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to
Yes.
serve and to give his life as a ransom for many.
Exactly.
Matthew 20:28.
That's what I have.
So that's where Lizz has been coming up with those daily verses.
Whenever I post them on Messenger or on YouTube.
Yeah, those are amazing.
So I'd asked
I love those.
my rheumatologist, I says, one of the medicines making me, is it Humira? What is making me just so tired? I can't shake it. I am
When did this start?
tired to the bone. And
When did you start feeling this?
I was told allergy season.
When did you start
Yeah.
feeling this way, though?
But I think it's others, you know.
Did that just start yesterday or last week or?
You know, I think in December when I was sick.
Oh,
Me and
okay.
Traci was trying to figure it out. I have not really. Sometimes I have spurts of energy with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
Sometimes it's wide open.
Yeah.
But
I've got a headache a little bit, but not bad.
But ever since December, but then, you know.
Yeah.
You guys know I get my head on one thing and like
Well,
Casey said,
you know, this has been a very trying year. Stress it's just stress alone can drain you.
Oh yeah.
And with everything that's going on that you can't
Besides
do
it.
anything about, that's affecting everything that you can't do anything about, is stressful, you know. And then the media hypes it up, you know. If you're watching the news, it hypes
And
it up
then
even more, and you know that doesn't help any. It makes you more stressed.
some people that I follow, you know, if they give an update or they're talking about it, if I go to their channel and there's a lot of cussing and you know, and complaining and blaming,
Right.
we can't really, we can't blame anybody now. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, and stress, because I know that's probably why my shoulders have been just absolute, well, and pulling on this because my chair will slide back.
Yeah.
But
You have brakes on that thing.
I do. It's like a computer when it's trying to, in the background, your computer is trying to do your antivirus
Right.
software, and you're trying to do something like I'm doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm trying to talk to you guys, or I'm trying to do this. Well, it's slow and it's acting crazy, and you're like, what in the world? And then you find out, oh, the antivirus. So up here in your head would do that sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
You're doing one thing, but you can't focus because in the back of your mind is steady thinking of something else.
Exactly.
And I did
Exactly.
have a bad night because I didn't go to bed till after 12. You guys, I get up early. And I had nightmare. We talked about nightmares yesterday. And it was very confrontational. People trying to get rid of me. I don't want to use the K word.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a very weird nightmare
Hmm.
that of people that I know. And it's like that's running in the background. Sometimes I shake them and I don't
Yeah.
think about them, but this one is just there.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard.
Oh, yeah, Willow. I can do that. A floor mat. But see, when I start using stuff on I will be able to roll around and get what I need. So
Yeah.
maybe that'd give me my legs exercise.
Sonia's telling you it could be worth taking a multivitamin with the allergy season and stress. Your body has to work harder.
You see, I'm taking it. Oh, let me see.
And because you're limited as to what you can eat, too,
Yeah.
or how much you can eat, you really do need to take a multivitamin if you're not.
Yeah, I had a doctor tell me that people dismiss allergy season. Like they dismiss it. Oh, it's just allergy. She said, but with you, because your body has autoimmune disease, when the allergies hit you, she said, it's your body working against each other.
Right.
But I'm taking the old lady vitamin.
Well, and
The
at the
senior
same time,
vitamins.
Yeah, me too.
okay, at the same time, you've got, while your body's dealing with the allergies, it's busy with that, so it's harder to defend against the other stuff.
Lynn, all right, here I'm going to share again. So those that don't have Facebook, because everybody doesn't, here is my new workbench.
Wow. That's awesome.
And oh, look at that. I love that.
Teamwork.
Yes. That's all right. That's my
They're both so tall.
It comes to about my waist.
No, your husband and your son are very tall.
Yeah. So then that's the drawer for, of course, what you see, hair dryer and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got the pegs.
Is that what you're sitting at right now?
It's to my left. There's my makeup. So see, now I'm not having to go through that thing. My makeup is not on my desk.
Good deal. Casey's probably happy about that.
Yeah, there's Kit, you guys.
Yeah, she's loving it.
Yeah. So, let me see.
She says, "Oh, this feels so good."
Okay. Let me unshare
Mhm.
now.
Cool deal.
What? Cancel. Stop screen share.
You got that at
Oh.
Harbor Freight, right? You got your
I
table,
did,
your
and
work
Yep.
table at Harbor Freight.
I did and
Yeah.
looked up on it because we were new customers to Harbor Freight. And since we come in the store and had to pick it up, he ordered it online. We got the 20% off of, yep. See, I've been throwing those away. We got 20% off of any item. Plus, we got a free gift. So basically, some of the stuff we bought is we got for free. Hey,
Yeah.
Raven.
Cool.
Yes, Raven. So I did not know Raven snuck up in here.
Hey.
Yeah, we're hello, Raven. How are you doing, hon?
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Even if we do say most of us we came together this way because we can't work outside the home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, you don't know what's going to happen.
True.
So true.
My headaches are from allergies, but I need some injections in my neck, and I'm just not comfortable with my pain doctor that I have right now for injections. I don't know. You know how I don't get that warm fuzzy with that yet.
And poor Denise, you guys,
Yeah.
was talking me through being nauseated this morning. And she was walking me through it, talking me through it. Just kind of
That's a blessing to have somebody help you out like that.
Whew. So, yeah, I got through it. But yeah,
Can y'all still hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And I guess I do need to look up.
Okay.
I need to look up the say Humira tiredness. I need to see how that is because it's kind of new. I didn't start it until October or so of last year, October, November. She started me on it, so I really don't know. You guys. But I never nap. But I'm finding myself so tired when I get off here that I'll lay down and just fall asleep.
Just drains you.
But I do.
Well, you know what happens to me whenever we go off? I go.
Yeah, you got the thumbs up, thumbs down as to how it went, and then I always do thumbs up on it. And I said, okay, we're not live. And LizzAnn goes, whew.
Yeah, she just falls backwards. Oh,
That felt good.
How about that?
I wanted to show my shirt though, you guys.
Okay.
It's a Walmart shirt.
Amazing, loving, strong, happy. What's the bottom say? Happy and what?
Right.
Selfless and graceful. All right.
Oh wow, you guys!
Awesome.
I bought this. Look what it says.
Oh, mother. Oh, how cool.
How did I just now see this?
Well, I don't know.
what?
I mean, I didn't realize.
I didn't see it the first time either. Usually stuff like that stands out to me.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till just now. So, and if Darlene if Darlene B was still in here, I would show her my beautiful leggings that she gave me. Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, LizzAnn's favorite leggings.
Well, now it's just that one pair that
I know.
You got to be careful.
So
that's all I'm saying. Just careful.
I do wear.
So far.
I do wear that.
True. So far.
I wear that long shirt with it. So
Good girl.
You haven't
Everybody-
seen the rest, Liz.
what did they say when we was riding and they saw that bright green fluorescent shirt?
Yeah, they glow green.
They glow.
Woo!
And it's so funny that that hat is from Keevan's work. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it matches. So, boom.
And the stripe down the side of that leggings also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Denise rubbing it in.
That's what you just haven't seen the rest of them yet.
I just haven't seen the rest of them. Okay.
The ones they're pretty, and they're so soft.
They
Why,
are.
that's why when I go to bed, I don't want to take them off because they're so soft, and I really don't do anything during. But you guys, I got to do this. Woman, but I'm sitting here looking to the right, and if I don't get up, look at Denise laughing. You still thinking about those britches?
Yeah.
Are you still thinking about those britches? Do
Maybe-
no or
maybe-
yes?
I'm not saying nothing. Shoot.
Maybe a combination.
Look,
of things.
Denise.
those are my psychedelic love pants.
Shoo. Shoo.
Oh boy. We
Thank you, Lynn.
No, I ain't going there. Hush. I
And,
ain't going there.
and you guys, it doesn't matter. You know, are they the lovely leggings? Yes, Sonia.
Yes, they are the lovely leggings.
not the one she's wearing today. but-
Now today, let me see if I can throw my leg up. Oh gosh, you guys.
Don't
No.
hurt yourself, hon.
No. No.
Don't
no.
hurt yourself.
I won't hurt myself. Let me see.
Good.
We ain't gonna do no head, shoulders, knees, and toes today.
Yeah.
There
those
you
are
go.
cute. Those are cute.
Yes, these are the ones that come from Darlene B.
Now, of course, she hadn't shown us the backside or the.
No, but they okay. It's okay.
I'm teasing you.
Okay.
I know.
There's no word on this one.
It's
There's
okay.
no word on this one.
These aren't words. And I was proud about my shirt that I finally was able to get from Joy. Be the difference. I
Yay.
really love it. The one it looks like is a claw mark, and it says "Addiction kills the family." I've been wanting that shirt. So, and on the back, it's got her trademark on the back. Be the difference.
On the back, like on the shoulder.
On the back, yeah.
No, right here in the middle.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
cool.
in the middle
the
where is,
below her
I like
hair.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
cool.
that,
Yeah,
Underneath
perfect.
their hair.
Willow says no mooning.
you know, you
Oh,
guys,
my.
you guys have seen me every which way and loose. You know, there's that country song, every which way but loose. No, every
Yeah.
which way and loose. So,
Yeah.
dyeing my hair, in which I do have to get me some more hair dye. You guys have seen me without my eyebrows on, which I have them, but you just can't see them. And it doesn't matter. You know, if there's just that time that, like me and Mom, get your cat nose out of it. If there's me and Mama riding, it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed that. It was very fun.
That was an interesting trip.
So, I wanted everybody to just know that it doesn't bother me if I don't have on my makeup, I'll still come on. If somebody's Sandy's doing it, I'll be in bed and you can see the chocolate chin, which I think LizzAnn writes down all these terms, but the chocolate chin,
The what did you say?
chocolate chin.
Chocolate
Casey
chin.
said,
Oh,
what is that? Because I was me and Casey, and I'm like, oh my gosh, when I hung up, I said, I have no eyebrows, and oh my gosh, I have the chocolate chin. He looked at me,
I'm gonna have to write
what are
that
you
down.
talking about? I said, chocolate chin. And I was doing this, chocolate chin. I said, I said, like swamp thighs. You say swamp thighs because we live in the South and it's humid. And I said, well, I don't like I don't like chocolate chin. And if I'm in bed, you guys can see chin. But it's okay.
Excuse me for yawning.
Sonia says she didn't notice the chocolate chin. But it really, it doesn't matter. I guess here recently I've got to show kind of what the Crawleys are about. What is our home? And I kind of like being in here now. Then outside, all of its imperfections. It's sort of like me. The pool messed up when my neck messed up. So it was one or the other. And so, when I didn't have income coming in, then the shop, we had to stop trying to finish it. So there was other things more important, like food and stuff.
Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah, I wanted to show off my husband how awesome he is and what he can do and what he has built. And then walk around our yard. This is my roots. These roots are mine too.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll have to walk outside and do video of the pomegranate tree. Yeah, Sonia, you need to do a how-to garden. Because my mom used to do that. And I just pulled weeds and she'd have to tell me what was weeds and what was not. But I would go out and, do whatever she told me to do in the garden. Well, good, Lynn. Somebody said they do like stuff like that. Because I call that one with me and MawMaw the woohoo video.
That was a good one. That was a really good one.
It was just like, hey, welcome back, Callie.
Hey.
But it was like
Sorry about that.
It was
Alvin just got home, and I thought I was going to have to get in groceries.
Is he
Welcome
getting
back.
them in?
Come on, children.
But it
So I
was
said
like
sorry. Alvin had just got back. I had to get the dogs out. I had to get too much going on.
But yeah, me and MawMaw felt like we was breaking out of
Shut up.
prison, you guys. That's like,
Yeah.
woohoo, come on.
Girls' day out.
But yeah. And then when I don't know, after I shut off the camera, I was just I told MawMaw, I said my woohoo went up and left. And then I was so tired driving home. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm like you, Tracy. If Sonia has veggies to harvest,
Don't
she's
start.
good at it. Oh, Thelma and Louise. Girl, you just don't know. Before I met Keith and me and MawMaw.
I was thinking Lucy and Ethel myself, but
Shoot. Darlene,
I mean,
spit your
some
drink
days they switch.
Sometimes we're the Golden Girls.
Yeah, that's okay too.
Yeah,
There you go.
Casey's Blanche.
Hey.
He says that I'm not
funny.
Dorothy. I'm the one who can't think straight.
Oh, Rose Nyland.
I go from Rose to Dorothy.
Gosh.
Yeah, I liked all her stories and Sophia's stories. Picture it. Italy, no, Sicily, 1943.
Yeah.
Or 44, whatever year it was.
Yep.
No.
So,
Honey, Lynn, you are the one so intelligent, think you know it, that knows everything. You're the one with all the good info. That's what you are, Lizz.
Yeah.
LizzAnn's the golden girl with the good info.
I go a little crazy sometimes, though.
Gypsy floozy, I guess.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said that's Casey. Callie said thinking crooked then when you can't think straight. Yeah,
Well, that's a good way to put it.
I have crooked thinking. But I'm kind of halfway sitting here trying to figure out. I still need clear containers. Uh-oh.
Are you okay, Denise? Or are you dying laughing again? Hello?
Might
Yeah,
have-
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
But
I'm okay.
yeah, I've got some clear totes to get so I can see what I'm trying to work with. Oh, my painting. I'm purging today, you guys. I'll sit in this chair with Casey gave me a contractor bag. And yes, I'm going to be throwing stuff away. I'll be woman. Hear me? I am woman. What is Traci? I
Hear
am
me roar.
strong. I am invincible.
Hear me roar.
And what is it on? Why am I extra shiny on my forehead today? It's just like glowing, saying forehead, forehead, five head, five head.
It's not bad.
Callie, did you have to say cheesecake? Look,
11 o'clock last night?
that's like the
Yes.
Golden Girls.
My,
Anytime,
yep.
anytime.
Cheesecake. That's what they had to have.
Yeah. And it
1
didn't
o'clock in the
matter
morning.
if they woke up at 2 or 3 in the morning. Yes. If there was a problem, cheesecake fixed it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesecake will fix everything.
Yeah, it's a very soothing
I'll take
thing.
it.
Yeah. Brownies. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you guys.
brownies do
I
it too.
love cheesecake.
It is 11:40 or 11:19, and I'm melting, and I have stuff to do. I don't want to.
Yeah, I understand.
Then get off.
Well, I'm not even gonna go lay down. I'm gonna just go straight to do what I got to do. But anyway, Liz, say the goodbyes.
God bless
Been
you,
on
your
almost
family,
3 hours
and
plus
your
what we
world.
were on before.
Till we see each other again. Much
Bye,
love.
guys.
Love you guys.
Love you all.
Much
See you
love.
in the morning.
Yep.
Mwah.
God bless you all.